Yo, what is good? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is your boy Bud. Right now, we are currently under the pump. This video comes out in the next hour and a half, and we're just making this right now. So bear with me. It's going to be a little bit rushed, but we're going to get through it. And hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. So this weekend marks round 17, and we are taking on Sale City out at home. Now, Sale, they are locked into the finals race. We unfortunately are out. This is our second last game of the year, but it means we do have a few big milestone games in that case. So we have a club legend playing his 300th senior game. So to put things into perspective, that has never been done out at the Yarram Football Club, and he does hold the record for the amount of games already. So to have the opportunity to run out with him in his 300th senior game is definitely a cool experience. And we also have our defender, Liam, who is playing his 100th senior game. Although it's not quite up to the 100 senior games is definitely a solid effort, and he has a long career ahead of him. Now, Saturday morning, we went out and had a chew with the boys out at the local cafe, and it was pretty good fun. They ended up using one of the new filters that I was making in my other videos for TikTok. And we had a bit of a laugh, had a good chew out there. Actually, it was a good feed, and then we headed into the football. Now, we're going into this game quite undermanned. We have a lot of injuries right now. Our ruckman is out for the season, so we're playing very undersized and undermanned at the moment. But like I said, we do only have 2 games left. But without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game day vlog, and we are taking on Sale City out at our beautiful home ground out at Yarram. Beautiful conditions as well. First contest of the game, as you would have seen, we copped a bloody head to the face, which wasn't a great way to start the game. Now, as you would have seen in the intro, 300 senior games to one of our club legends, Chris Bruns, an absolute star. He has had a wonderful career, not that it's over, but he's the first person at our club to play 300 senior games, which is kind of phenomenal when you think about it. Our club was formed or established in 1887, so out of all the years that it has been established, he is the first bloke to only and ever do it so far. So a massive congratulations to him. And along with that milestone, we had another milestone for one of our defenders, Liam. He played his 100th senior game. He honestly, absolute gun of a player. Low-key, the best intercepting defender I've ever played with. So hopefully, if he does watch this, he doesn't get too much of a big head. But he is an absolute star. Now, to the game, this is our second last game of the year. So our last home game of the year. And the weather turned it on. Absolutely beautiful conditions. We had a pretty good crowd for the milestone games. And the contest across the day was elite. It was back and forth goals. Now, taking into consideration, so we're 6th and Sale City is sitting in, I believe, 5th. So they're just in the final spot. But Sale, as a collective, they have beaten some very good sides. They've beaten, pretty sure both the top sides, or have come really close. So they seem to match up well across those top teams. Now here we get a nice spoil and then get the footy back and slot through a very important goal in the context of the game. Now, a big thank you to the man behind the camera, one of our players who was our injured Lockie, who was willing to step up and get some footage for us. So thank you, my man. Now here, pretty stiff on the opponent, probably in the back, but he did take on a few tackles, and we do get holding the ball free kick. Now, we actually got a lot of footage during this game, so we're going to talk about my first year as coach. Before we do that, this was very, very stiff on the opponent. I don't even think he dragged it in, and he got pinned for holding the ball. But we will take the easy free kick and then hitting a board for a shot on goal. And I can't remember who kicked it, but he goes back and kicks the sausage roll. But yes, first year as coach or senior coach. So last year I was assistant, and this year we've had the full reins. Now, backtracking to pre-season, it was actually solid. We had a very good pre-season as a collective. It was very well organised. We got up in the ruck here, and we didn't win the hit out, but at least we competed. But yeah, it was a very solid pre-season. I think we had our first session early November, which was the plan since the year before we started pre-season, like early October or even late September. So we didn't actually have much of a break, and I sort of wanted the boys just to, have a chance to get away. And when you start training so early, you sort of miss the urge to play footy. Now here we do take a nice mark. I will go back to what I was going to say. We do take a nice mark, but we are about 60 out, or going to kick from 60, so probably a bit beyond me. So we go short to Dylan, who is within the 50. Now he goes back and unfortunately does miss, but probably the smarter option. So like I was saying, yeah, we started our preseason November just so then the boys could have a good break over Christmas, come back and be actually wanting to get back into things rather than it dragging out. So that was the plan. Then we had a few practice matches in the middle of February and March, because our season did start, I think, the first or second week of April. And then we were pretty well straight into things from then on. Obviously, the season does come around quick, and the first few games do get by you a bit. Some major things that I noticed in differences based on being a coach and playing as well is obviously coach, you got to, suppose, accommodate to other people's needs and put yourself last in certain aspects. As we get a nice handball from Griff here and slot through a goal. Thank you to him as well, by the way. I didn't even get around him on the ground, but yeah, putting yourself last at times, which when you're playing can be difficult, because when you're out there, you want to do your best individually, but you also want to do your best to help the team win. Now for me, finding that balance between the both was a bit of a process. It probably did impact on my performances individually throughout the year, as we get an absolute hospital ball from Dill. Thank you for that. But yeah, I probably wasn't playing the best football that I could have been because I was focusing on other areas. But I do feel like the second half of this year, I've definitely been able to manage it better and learn and grow from it better. And as a result, it's probably translated into my individual game a little bit more. And I've tended to play better games in the back half of this year. Now, a massive thing leading forward for anyone who wants to do any form of coaching is probably 3 key aspects. First one is organisation, so be as organised as you can. No matter what it is, you want to be organised with it. You want to have things planned, because when you aren't, you are under the pump. And it doesn't only affect you, it affects the other people involved. The second thing is know your players. That's something I'm still learning. Obviously, as a first-year coach, it's probably hard to do within a year, but just knowing how everyone plays, how they want to play, and where they want to play to get the best out of them and everyone else. And last but definitely not least is keep it fun. Footy can often become quite serious, and it does take away the fun of the game. So to be able to keep it fun, whether it's in trainings, out on the ground, celebrate little things, enjoy it. It definitely goes a long way, because a lot of the people out there playing, they started playing football as a junior because it was fun to them. Now, was I perfect at this across the board? Hell no, but did I learn from it and did I try and fix it? Of course I did. And that's one of the main reasons why I took this opportunity to coach, because I wanted to learn, develop and grow individually, but to also help develop other people into the better versions of themselves as well. Now, there's definitely other areas within coaching that I haven't learnt and not perfect at, and have definitely not addressed, but there are definitely some key aspects that I do take away and hopefully can build on within the future. But yeah, for this game, it was very, very close. There was, like I said earlier, goal for goal. I think it was within 2 goals majority of the day. And unfortunately, the second half, Sale City came out and, yeah, they got home in the end by 2 goals. Hunt kicks a beautiful goal here, although unfortunately it was not enough, and Sale did get home with the win, going up by 12 points. That is all for this vlog. I hope you guys did enjoy. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.